Hi everyone, and I welcome you back to my channel. Today we are going to be cutting this exact style, this exact straight gown with this front effect. Please guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so by pressing the subscribe button, please. First of all, I'll be starting with the down part, and I'll be working with the bridal setting because I want you guys to see a clear uh you know a clear vision on how I cut everything. My total gown length is 58 and I minus 16 inches plus half seam allowance from it. I'll be working with 42 for the remaining gown part. After that, I came down by 9 inches, which is our hip area, and then my knee area, which is 18 inches. I marked that out because that is where I'm going to be placing each measurement on. My hip divided by 4 plus 2.5 seam allowance. I realized that the folding is too much, so I had to reduce it in order for me to, not to waste my fabric. Then to my waist divided by 4 plus 2.5 seam allowance, and I'll be minusing just 1 inch because I don't want the gown to be too tight. If you want your own to be smart enough, you can just go ahead and minus 2 inches or 1.5. So for that remaining part down there, I'll be using my knee measurement all through. Remember, I said I minus 1 inch from the hip measurements. That is what I place on my knee measurement. So the remaining measurements, that is what I'll be placing on the remaining part all through. So let's cut. After that, I'll go ahead and I'm just trying to say that if you want it to be more tight, that is why I folded that part. You can just come in by 1.5 or 2 inches. So this is where I'm fixing my back measurement. My zipper allowance, I used 2 inches for my zipper allowance. Just go ahead and add 2 inches at the back side. I hope you get that. Notch that place, that zip side, and also go in by 4.5 or 4 inches depending on the size you are working with, and notch the dart area. Cut that back into two. For this part, I'm trying to explain that some slits, there are some slits that there's not always this fabric at the back. You are going to be seeing their skin through the slit. So that is when you make that slit tiny. You will cut off any fabric that is there. You just leave about half an inch that you will use to pipe in the fabric. So that is the fabric. I've already cut that out. I just feel like for us to see, as I've said earlier. So moving forward, I'll be cutting my upper part now, which is that part where breast part is going to go in. So this is my chest line, and that is my bust point, and that is also my under bust. You might be wondering what measurement I used. For my chest line I used 8 inches, then for my bust point I used 10 inches, then for my under bust I used 14.5. This measurement is not fixed. I only use this because of the measurements of the person I'm working with. So if for you to get the accurate measurement, just measure the person you want to work with the fabric. And that is also my armhole. I came down, if you are familiar with my videos, you will know I always do this slope, and that is I came down by 1 inches. And then for that part, my nipple to my nipple is 4.5, so on my chest line I use 4.5, then for the remaining part I use 4 inches. Then I join the line together. I'm going to be getting the midpoint over there. This is not my first time that I'm doing this process, that thing. I already have a video, so many videos. I have like, don't let me say so many, I have like 2 videos on my channel that I explain how to cut a princess that. So come down to your waist area, and then I go in by 2 inches, then join the line to my bust point like this. Even without me explaining, if you watch the video very well, you are going to get what I'm trying to do. Then come down by 1.5. At that point that I placed an arrow there, and then you are going to be creating another another dot. Because I'm using chalk and I'm not working on brown paper, that is why it's going to be a little messy. For if you want to make if you want to come out nicely, I would say that you should first of all draw the pattern on a brown paper first, then you can now place it on your fabric in order to get that that perfect shape. So here I'm measuring my body measurement, my waist divided by 4 plus the 2-inch allowance you are going to cut out. You are going to add it and then place your measurement there. Probably want to use 2.5 allowance or so. So that is what I did here in the video. We are going to be cutting that side off. We don't need it, and that is it. The mistake I made here was I'm not supposed to to cut it to make it a 4 corner at that part. I don't know if you understand what I mean. That edge, that part here, I'm supposed to just just come out straight, and it's because I'm not working on that place that I'm pointing at. It's because I didn't work on my brown paper. That is why the mistake. I was there, I was even like, I was so confused, like what is going on. That is to show you that nobody is perfect. We are just trying to make everything work out. So if you have to draw it on your paper, don't make it like that straight, just shape it up. I really want you to get that part. I really wish that you understand what I mean there. So this is my neck area, and it is a sweetheart neck, as you can see. And that is it. If you want your own to be more wide, you can just you can just make your width to be like 4 or 4.5, then your depth like 6.5 or 7. With that is going to be as wide as you want. So this is my back piece. That is the zipper side. You can just place perhaps if I have not cut it out, I can just place it on it and just use it to shape my back. But because I've already cut them out, I've already split it, so it's still the same thing. Go ahead and place your your bust measurement, then the allowance, your waist measurement, then the allowance. The back part is not always as difficult as the front. I just feel like I want my armhole to be more more deep because it's the back. I'll not have the reason to be shaping and shaping again. welcome. Guys, please, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so by subscribing to my channel. With that, we are going to grow together. So that is my neck, and for my depth I use 2 inches, and for the width I use the measurement I use for my front area on it. So all these things that I've cut out on my brother, I'm going to be cutting it on my main fabric, on that lace. So this is my wooden, or what is it called? So I'm cutting it with you know, I also repeat the same on the center front. Don't forget, you know, I said the total length of my gown is 58. I removed 42 inches for the down part, then the remaining 16.5 is the one I'm working with for the upper part, because I didn't mention that. And that is it for the center front. So now there's this front effect on the front part, whereby it's like 2 layers. This is how I get that. I placed my center front underneath the lace like so, then I slanted my lace on it in order to get that slant shape. You can see how I slanted mine on it. Just make sure that you slant yours like this too, and then trim the shape of the other side, and we are good to go. You can see that's it. Moving to my sleeve, I used 19 inches for my sleeve because the sleeve is not a long one. It's like 3/4 or more than. And then I shaped out my sleeve. And that is it. Guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so by pressing the subscribe button, just please. So this that one, and the sleeve is of two shape. So this is the one that will go on the 3/4 one. I think you understand what I mean. So this is how I cut that out. For my width, I think I used 12 inches or 15. I didn't remember. And then I shaped it like this. Is you are going to, if you want it to be like mine, you are going to allow it to be a bit wide, and that's it. I did the same thing for the other side as well. For this particular dress, there is a belt at the back, but I didn't show that. If you don't want a belt, you can just keep it, but if you do, you can also add it. I think watching my video alone without even explaining anything, I am so sure that people will still get it, because it is well detailed and you are going to understand every part. So here I'm just trying to cut out the lining on my main fabric, and that is why you just have to fast forward the video. And that's the belt, and that's the last part. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye.